Finally the fair night out. All praise due to the Fahrenheit schlang. It is the schlangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit schlang. It is the schlangs that brings us purpose. It's the Fahrenheit, 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 Fahrenheit. I'm your host. My name is First Degree the D. Sacktown vet in this game for yous and the urban intellectuals. If you ain't heard it, okay, this is the Fahrenheit Hour where we gather. We back, baby. Okay, Julio Duck, we back, baby. Now, we've got a lot to talk about today. Okay, we're going to get into some current events. Okay, got all kind of notes. I got a vent. Okay, we're going to start with a vent, but it's not about randoms or academics, AirPod academics. I just got to do a little vent. Venti, vent. Okay, it's on the fair. Little Sack Rap TV. Little Sack Rap TV update. Okay, Little Sack Rap TV. I'm excited about that. Okay, we also gonna talk about the Utah situation. Okay, it's real controversial with all that, with all he said and all that with what happened. I'm not sure what I could say on the. I'm new to the streaming. I'm new to the streaming, so I'm not sure what words I can say. But we're gonna talk about the whole Utah situation. Exchange opinions and what really matters to us. Okay. Then we gonna tell a little story time. Story time is back. We talking the second Brother Lynch second Brother Lynch hung Strange album. Coat Hanger Strangler. Okay, we talking the song It Happens. Okay, we're gonna talk about how it happened on the bear. Okay? We're gonna talk about being a lubricant as opposed to an irritant. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. We're gonna talk about being a lubricant as opposed to a lubricant. Funk mob bumping that Blackula message from the Schlangs. Now, yesterday, I only was able to give half of this message from the Schlangs. And oh, thank the Schlangs allowed me to split it because we had so much to talk about yesterday. Okay, one thing I want to mention, I forgot to mention yesterday, my dad's book's called 944 Pennington Road. I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay, 944 Pennington Road. I'm going to put it in the chat. 944 Pennington Road. Dad's book. Yo. Okay? Check that out. It's all the story of Arkansas. Now, a message from the Schlangs. This one's hitting hard. May the Schlangs allow us to accept our flaws. May the Schlangs allow us to always do our best. May the Schlangs allow us to deserve the compliments that are coming our way, yo. May the Schlangs allow us to face the obstacles and ride with the wave. I know I said that one yesterday, but I see it again. May this is important, I'm gonna repeat it. May the Schlangs allow us to face our obstacles and ride the wave that we call the frequency. I can't wait to talk about how the frequency is related to Utah on the Fahrenheit. May the Schlangs allow us to recognize the world is a great place because we are in it. Stop yourself, oh mighty of Schlangs. I know I was supposed to save that one for last, but I couldn't help myself. I know I was supposed to save that one for last, but I couldn't help myself. May the Schlangs allow us to recognize the world is a great place because we are in it. Oh, I can't wait to vent. May the Schlangs allow us to recognize we got good qualities, quirks, and good things to offer. We invest in ourselves. May the Schlangs allow us to recognize we cannot control events around us, but we can control ourselves and the events that we encounter and facilitate. We can't control the world. I only translate, not control the universe. That's a DE line. Now I'm deep in this. I can't remember what song it was, but a DE line is I only translate, not control the universe. We don't control it. We just ride the wave, yo. Do our part to make the world a better place. And that's when the recognition, achievements, that's what achievements are. The effect on these people. You know, if you involved in this, you are sons of Fahrenheit. You are of the elite. I can't stress that enough. Every time I go back in these songs, I see this message because I learned it a long time ago, yo. I learned a long time ago. Like I said, I was either gonna have to dumb down my music and try to go mainstream, or just keep, with the little nuggets and keep the intelligence and track the intelligence. And the numbers would be small. But I accepted that a long time ago. And you are my reward. Our numbers are small, but we don't want these random. We already see the effect of these randoms of infiltrating. Thank you, Almighty of Schlang. Now, I'm going to hit the chat. Hit the chat. Hit the chat. Hit the chat. Y'all keep the chat on fire. I appreciate the Fahrenheit Hour live. Now, allow me to vent, man. People are stupid. People are stupid. I usually don't go there with this, but people are so stupid. It's just hitting me how just stupid people are. Dang. And I don't have nothing specific but I mean, some examples. You get on the social medias and people copying each other with the same jokes and they think they're funny. Girls, guys are just so stupid. I don't know if it's ego. Oh, people are so stupid, man. Why? How did this happen? It's the Fahrenheit Hour. Now, let's get to Utah, man. I don't need to tell you what happened with Utah. I don't need to tell you what dude said. I don't need to tell you how, boom. We're going to talk about us, okay? Comments, he didn't deserve to die. Comments celebrating. Comments, he's good. People all over the place with it. But there's only one thing that matters, yo. I don't know if y'all know who Colin Cowherd is, but he's a sports commentator, and I like to watch him because sometimes he connects business and other things with sports. And I'm gonna tell you, there's only one thing that matters in business, branding, that he's talking about. Branding, Utah, with these influencers, music, politics. There's one thing that matters with everything that comes out of your mouth, yo. One thing that matters that comes out of your mouth, yo. Now, I want to challenge the chat. Challenge the chat. What do you think the one thing that matters when you decide to get up on that stage? Be a leader, be a servant of the people, which politicians really are because they're not the ones in power. A servant of the people in the booth. In the booth on these records. Okay, it takes me these NBA Youngboy concerts. Folks is going crazy. Shout out to Prime Minister, NBA Youngboy's uncle, the homie from Sacramento, Meadowview Side. That's when I first heard of him. But you watching these clips, folks is going crazy. So I had to do a little research. And his music isn't like, hey, me, everybody, I'm tight. And his music is about struggles and all this, connecting with the people. Nicki Minaj asking why everybody love NBA Youngboy. Well, you on the stage talking about you and, Queen and okay. That stuff is tiring. I'm challenging the chat. Challenging the chat. What's the one thing that matters when you get on that stage and decide to be a leader amongst the people or decide to stand out amongst the people? Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat. One thing that matters, yo. There's one thing that matters, and we talk to the schlangs about this every day on the show, yo. What is the one thing that matters? Because people are all over the place, and I done went back and listened to some of the things he said. He said some good things, he said some bad things, but it doesn't matter if you're smart, if you're dumb. There's only one thing that matters. I'm looking in the chat. I'm looking in the chat for the one thing that matters. Funk Mob Mac. Read what Funk Mob Mac says, I believe, from the 5-5 Nina. I'm not sure. I believe. Read that and condense it into one word. You on fire, Funk Mob. Condense that into one word. What is the one thing that matters? It starts with a P. The definition is in the chat, courtesy of the Funk Mob. There's one thing that matters when you step in the booth, when you hop on the stage to lead. Politics, religion, everything, business. There's one thing that matters. I'm waiting in the chat. Funk Mob has given you the blueprint. It's one word that starts with a P. We're talking Utah. We're talking all this that's going on. Everybody's got their opinion. But in the end, it comes down to one word. I'm waiting in the chat. I'm anxiously waiting in the chat. Funk Mob has already laid. He's exactly right. But it's not bad. Julio, come on, Julio. This isn't a track listing. I need you to buckle in. What's the one word? Oh, you're so close. 90. You guys are on fire. You're so on fire. I can't give the answer out because 90 and Funk Mob are so close. Didn't the Funk Mob comes through. Now I'm going to go ahead and start over the show to remind you what we are and what we do. I'm going to start over the show to remind you what we are, what matters in business, what matters in the booth, what matters on stage trying to be a leader, what matters in politics, what matters in religion, what matters in everything. All praise due to the Fahrenheit slang. It is the slangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit slangs. It is the slangs that brings us purpose. Purpose. The only thing that matters is purpose. I don't care how smart you think you are. I don't care how dumb you are. If your purpose is pure, I'm going to say that again. We ask the slangs for purpose because if your purpose, and the purpose of the slangs, us, is the search for the truth and superior of schlap, intellectual gather. Okay? The mighty Fahrenheit slangs. Now, I see a whole lot of other words I do want to adjust in the chat, but the answer was purpose. Okay, dude had ideas, some good, some bad. But if your purpose, if you have to do it by marginalizing people, if you have to step on those to get up, it's not the way. Your purpose has to be pure to make the world a better place. Now, my dad just passed away. When he passed away, the day after, I had a vision, yo. Sometimes I have these visions. I had a vision of him joining his family. I felt it. It was a blue, dark blue, like wave in Arkansas. And he was with his family. The frequency is so real. Now, if you imagine yourself on one frequency with every being on this earth, would you still say the things you say? I'm going to say it again. If you understand we are on one frequency and you were connected to one frequency, would you say the things you're saying? Trans people, I don't know no trans people. I don't know nothing about none of that. But they're probably going through something. I don't know. How you going to step on them and go into, I don't know. I don't know. But if your purpose, even now, I want to hop in the chat. Connecting with the audience. Dom, that was a great suggestion. The only thing is this. If you're connecting with them and the purpose isn't pure, you're going to lead them astray. And then you're going to have this underbelly society. I'm telling you, I've seen it with my own eyes. Your intentions got to be pure. Purpose is the only thing that matters on the micro. It's the difference. I'm telling you, I have been on tour. Mac Dre, Andre Nicotine Ma. I've been on tours in so many cities where somebody, Mac Dre leading, headlining the show's sold out. People are going nuts. People are dressed like Mac Dre. People are singing his song. People are crying. Women are crying. Then the next day, Whoop-de-Whoop, who's on the radio every day, has a show at the same venue. I'm usually part of like when I do shows back in the day with these major types, I was just kind of getting in. So what I would do for them is I would go to the city like a day before and stay a day after. No, I mean like 3 days before sometimes. I'd go there, promote, talk, walk around by myself, promote, hit the club, just hit the college, and just immerse myself in that city. Okay, so I would always promote the show, get there early and promote so that by the time I hit the stage, like, oh, that's the dude. Okay, so I had to work from the bottom up, yo. But anywho, Mac Dre, Nicotine, is so loud, people going crazy. Somebody on the radio has a show at the same venue the very next day, and there's 15 people there, and they're on the radio every day. I don't know how many times I've seen that. And the conclusion was what Dom said, connecting with the people, but your intentions have to be pure. Your purpose has to be pure. Because even if you connect with people and your purpose isn't pure, it's an underbelly. If you use it, and another thing, I wrote this down, the word they. The word they, as soon as this happened in Utah, everyone's, they did it. They. And there's that word again, they. They is the expression of fear, of the unknown, of the powerful. We thrive to be they, but not this kind of they. We are they, but not this kind of they. We are everyone, and we are no one. We are everyone, and we are no one. Okay? But as soon as this happened, they, it's just everyone expressing their fear. People on the internet expressing what happened in Charlotte. That was unfortunate. But they're just saying their fear. On the other side, well, these people are promoting what happened here. Everyone's just expressing their fear. Dumb people just expressing their stupidity. People don't understand. Dumb people get on the social medias and they'll say stupid things like, man, you notice it be your enemies that but it be your friends that all you're doing is telling the world how stupid you are because you attract people like you. So if you're on the internets and the social medias and the Twittergrams and the Insta chats saying things like, man, everybody's fake. You manifest people like you. That means you are fake and dumb. You're telling the world that you're fake and dumb. Anywho. Dude may have had ideas. I don't know. Because your purpose is, what's the word I'm looking for? Tainted. I don't know. Now, midway through this Utah chat, there was something else I wanted to chat. Something else. Okay, but well, let me do this real quick. But since we're talking about this, I don't know what you're talking about because of your purpose. Purpose. Now, right in the middle of this, AI clip this important. I got to do a little DE rap. I got to do a little part of a DE rap that applies to this very subject that we're talking on. And I appreciate y'all being in on the show. I love this show. I love that y'all with me. My father passing y'all being there with me, and I appreciate that. We back, baby. He's with us now. Back to the point of Utah, dude. I don't know if you're smart. I don't know if you're dumb. I don't know about your points because your purpose is tainted. It's rotten on the inside if you're using others to get where you're trying to go. Your opinions. A lot of people's opinions display their stupidity. A lot of people's opinions display their stupidity. That's what people don't understand. You can go to a racist and they'll be like, all these people are doing this and that. Well, you're talking about the dumbest people of that race. So if you're around the dumbest people of that race, what does that say about you? You're not around the smartest people of that race. Everything out of your mouth is saying, I'm around dumb people. People don't understand that. I'm surrounded by dumb people. Well, what does that say about you? If you're talking about another race, being racist on them, well, maybe you're right, but it means you're around the dumbest people. What does that say about you, though? What does it say about how you're displaying your fears? You're so afraid. Why are you so afraid? Twisted Insane in the building with purpose. That's funny. I was like, man, the show. I was like, I hope Twisted comes back, man. The show is popping. Big dog in the building. Master Yip back. Now, I just wanted to talk, the Utah dude, I don't know. I don't talk about, but what I do know is purpose is the key to every avenue that's existing. And if your purpose is pure, you will rise. It's the fair. We're back, baby. Now, let me perform this quick DE rap real quick. You thought you had ideas, but you're merely a racist. You might matter if you knew where your place is. Tell me that's not exactly what's going on right now. I don't know if dude had good ideas. I thought you had ideas. Nah, but you're merely a racist. You know what I'm saying? It just nullifies. Imagine having good ideas and your purpose is pure. And you decide instead of talking bad about the blacks, you want to learn about from the smart blacks. Instead of talking about the Mexicans, you want to learn from the smart Mexicans. Instead of talking about the whites, you want to learn from the smart whites. I keep telling people where I live now, I live around 80% Indians from India. I love it. I'm learning from these people. I love it. Okay? You learn from the smart. You don't bash on the dumb. You don't bash those going through stuff. I don't know no trans people. I don't know nothing about the trans. But my guess is they're going through stuff. I don't know. It's the just keep a pure intention. So that's why we start the show asking the slang for purpose, because it's the only thing that matters. Branding. Look at Nike. It just appears that their purpose is to celebrate the athlete that's trying hard and It's just purpose is all that matters. Purpose. It's the fair. I thought you had ideas, yet you merely a racist. You might matter if you knew where your place is. Common folks get anxious when times get rough. Ask why I'm smiling. I live for this stuff. Common folks get anxious when times get rough. Ask why I'm smiling. I live for this stuff. How's the weather? Bang, don't talk weather. I hate the weather because I can't control it. And him totally. When constructing the art, keep the businessman out. Gets complicated because I'm both. They talking about the life that they wish they had. Not narrow lyric about being a dad. Not narrow chorus about the times we had. Not narrow concept about what needs to get done. To uplift the people, that's the chosen one. Just filth. I'm dressed in black. The song is called I Wear Black because it's just my style. It's the Fahrenheit Hour. Fahrenheit Hour. I'm in the chat. I can't help but just to go to the chat. I know it slows down the show, but I absolutely love the chat. It's the best part of the show is the chat. How I be the chat. Yes. And people let people think for them, man. That's the scary thing is the dumber is getting dumber and the smarter is getting smarter with distractions. The art of distractions. Nowadays, distraction is a business that makes money. Dang, I mean, more than ever, the art of distraction is a business because more than ever, people can get paid to distract you. You know what I mean? It's easier than ever to get paid to distract you. Oh my goodness. So that's all bad, man. So we gotta stay real focused, man. We gotta stay real focused. It's the Fahrenheit Hour. Fahrenheit Hour. I'm in the chat. Gangsta Farewell. That was a good song. Yeah, there is no winning in politics, man, because it's really you're just serving the people, but really you're just serving the power structure, man. And they've built the power structure, the Rothschilds and everything, whoop de whoops and the gypty bam, they built that. That's cool. We can't control that. What we can control is building our own thing. That's why I keep telling people. Everybody is mad at they, but really you want to be they. They is the goal. The powerful, the rich, but the empathetic. You know what I'm saying? The powerful, the rich, the empathetic. They, the egoless driven. They. That is our goal. Man, broaden our horizon now. Bars. Thank you. Now let me make sure I hit all my points on Utah before we move on. Oh man, how could I have forgotten, yo? And how does this whole thing about purpose tie to the underbelly sound wars that just got pulled and licensed by a major streaming company? Watch it now before it blows up so you're one of the pioneers. The whole purpose of the underbelly sound wars is getting more and more serious. Y'all better learn how to get along or someone's gonna make everyone all the same. Do you hear me? The message of it's a warning. The movie is a warning. And at first it was just gonna be actors and da-da-da. But I said to myself, if I really want people to understand this message, I gotta make superheroes. If this real message really is gonna hit, it gotta be in spandex with superheroes. And then I was like, how can I get the first of all, the message, it's not just for the blacks, so I couldn't make everybody black. The message was for it wasn't even for the blacks, it's for those who have the wrong purpose, tainted purpose. But then I was like, how can I get, so that's why I named all the characters after my albums. But the whole message of Underbelly Sound Wars is y'all better learn how to get along or someone's going to make you all the same. And it ties into Utah, man. It ties into all that. Your purpose has to be pure. You can do all that. You can have all your ideas and you can be respected, though. It's the difference between Young Boy concert, and I don't even want to say no names, but I could tell you so many of major names where I walked into their concert and they were performing for 15 people after we had just sold out the joint, okay? But it's the difference, it's the connection, like y'all saying, but it's the purpose. It's the Fahrenheit Hour, Fahrenheit Hour. Fahrenheit in the chat. Y'all keep the chat on fire. I love it. It's the best part of the show is the chat. Destruction and division. Division is so profitable. Distraction, division is so profitable because people are so dumb. None of this would work if people weren't so dumb. It's so much money on controlling the dumb people, and that's a problem, but it's just more and more. There's so much money in controlling the dumb people. So it just makes you say things, but if your purpose is pure, it's the Fahrenheit Hour, Fahrenheit Hour. You can uplift those people, and that's how you really affect the world. Now, Now, I was interviewed. Shout out to Big Court. Shout out to Renee. I was interviewed on Holden Court podcast. Okay, big deal, folks. Deal. It was great. It was great. Okay, Holden Court podcast. On that podcast, I mentioned a trip me and Lynch took where I was the driver. Now, on that podcast, I made a mistake, said it was the first trip, but it was the second trip. Okay, and what it was, rented the car, Hop Lynch, everybody in the boom, and drove 27 hours straight, yo. Took one 10-minute nap halfway. 27 hours straight of driving to Kansas City. And we dropped It Happens. And we dropped It Happens. Okay, that's the one we dropped. So I just wanted, y'all had requested this story. On Holden Court, they asked, what did we talk about? We was just talking about what we talking about. Talking about what we talking about. Okay, now, we got in the lab. Strange. It's a nice, really nice facility because Travis was a furniture person before he was in music. Okay, he made his millions on furniture. So you go to Strange office. It's all kind of nice furniture and a whoopie wing. And they were building their studio at the time, which I see they got up and running. But at the time, they were still building it. So we went to this other, we met there and talked and did a boom boom. Actually, we went out to dinner that night. We had meats, the finest of meats. Kansas City got the finest of meats. Okay, strange music. Shout out to Trav, Tech Nine and them. Okay, took us out to the finest of meats. Where they come to the where you're sitting, and they just got a big old meat, okay, on a stick, a big old fine seasoned meat on a stick, and they just carve it off for you, and you just tell them when. They're the finest of meats. Anywho, we hit the studio and we did a little song, a little record called It Happens. Chorus goes like this. Clip this is important. Brother Lynch hung first degree the D. It happens. It happens, it happens, it happens. It happens, it happens, it happens. It happens. It happens. It happens inside of me. Black folks is on us. Whites wanna be us. Mi corazones con beaners, Japs and Filipinos. That's everybody. That's dang near everybody. That's the clean version for the TV show, but that's dang near everybody. Black folks is on us. Whites wanna be us. Mi corazón, which means heart. Mi corazón con beaners, Japs and Filipinos. Your oblivious accords all you can afford. That's why the DE is your street lord. Yeah. Them hot and bothered because I can't stand these bus. Stay right there. Keep your mind on us. That's back when I was getting all kind of rap off beat and just ran. That was the peak of ran. Can you imagine? Picture it, just gangster rap and everything's going this way and you just gotta just go this way. But the result was you know? But you just gotta go this way. And can you imagine how just stupid people were reacting when I dropped like Planet Zero and even this? How just stupid people saying this stupid. I used to have to deal with I'm talking hundreds and hundreds of stupid people. But I done fine-tuned, and now we just the urban intelligent, okay, and it's way better. We've just been fine-tuning. We spread out across the globe, and I look at the stats For my music, I look at the stats of my show. I'm telling you, we are spread out across the globe. Okay? But we're not in the masses. It's not a lot of us. We're just sprinkled. Okay? Sons of Fahrenheit, we just sprinkled, but all over the globe, okay? Matter of fact, give me a city roll call in the chat. Give me a city roll call in the chat. Okay, I'm telling you, we across the globe. Okay, I'm telling you, we across. Give me a city roll call in the chat. You feel me? We already starting from San Ho to South Louisiana. Okay, we already starting from San Jose to South Louisiana. Madtown. What's Madtown? King, what's Madtown? The 7 of Santa Rosa. What are we talking about? The 303 Denver town. This is us. I keep telling, it was one of the best decisions I made in this game was not to dumb down my music. I had the biggest opportunity, but they wanted me to dumb down my music, man. Madeira, BG, he got roots in Madeira. He mentioned Madeira on that first BG album. Sacktown. Oh, I didn't know you was Sacktown. Huh. We're gonna have to link up, my dude. We all Rancho. Okay. Rancho. We all over. But we're not the dumb people. We're the elite, and I have never chased them. That was one of the best decisions I made, was not to chase those dumb people. But they're watching. At first but they watch us. I'm telling you, they watch us. All we got to do is the first step is purpose, the frequency. If you understand, we are all part of this one frequency. You can call it any religion you want. I don't care what you call it. I don't care what your cultural religion is. It all leads to one place on earth. We're like a soul garden. Okay, Earth is like a soul garden. We're just growing these souls, maturing these souls, and just attach to the one, whatever you want to call the one. You feel me? And if you understand, Ivy in the building. If you understand, Ark, I wanted to thank you. I've been waiting for you, Ark. May the schlangs be with you, Ark. Ark was in on the boom boom with the live. Okay, now just because Ark is in the building, now I gotta mention the live. That reminds me, Sack Rap TV. Now we gonna any day now. I'm going ahead. It's gonna be organic. I'm gonna filter in the videos and the movies when they release the licensing. But until then, because I just gotta understand the whole purpose. The whole purpose of Sack Rap TV is for you guys to gather. So this whole time I'm like stressing over New York allowing me, linking up with Silicon Valley and the YouTubes allowing me to play my own music. But really, all I got to do is build something where you guys can gather. So may the schlangs be with you, Art. That's for you on that, man. So what I'm going to do is start the channel. I'm going to start the channel. The channel's going to re-air these to start. And once they give me my licensing, and it'll be videos and stuff. But the whole purpose of the channel is for you all to gather. So it doesn't matter what I play. That's what I just learned and figured out today. If the whole purpose of the channel is for the mighty sons of Fahrenheit to gather, why does it matter what I play? So I'm going to play reruns of this, man. And it'll say replay, but we're still going to do our but we'll still be it'll be 24/7 re-airing these, okay? So we go any day now, maybe tonight or tomorrow, maybe the next day, but any day. And you guys all I ask I've spent a lot of money on this. I spent a lot of time on this. The whole purpose is for you guys to have a place to gather, okay? Talk to other intelligent people. Wraith, I was wondering, Wraith. Okay, have a place for y'all to gather. Okay, have a place for y'all. So that's gonna be any day now. Back to the song. Black folks is on us. Whites wanna be us. Mi corazón combinas, Japs and Filipinas. Your oblivious accords all you can afford. That's why the DE is your street lord. Can't get them hot and bothered, cause I can't stand these bus. Stay right there. Keep your mind on us. They ask how you selling it. How your side stay so relevant. Okay, people didn't know what I said right there, so it's the Fahrenheit Out. This is the first time I ever explained songs. I love that you guys give me a avenue to explain songs for the first time ever. Okay, the line goes, "You're oblivious of chords, all you. That's what you do. You then get hot about this because I can't stand these bumps. Stay right there. Keep your mind on us. Them ask how you're selling it. How your side stay so relevant. So that's how you're selling it. How your side stay so relevant. Because we in your town to pillage for the hell of it. Pillage. Sometimes I'll hear a word and be like, I like that word. I like to say words that have never appeared in rap songs in the history of rap. I'm going to say that again. I love when I find words that are funny to me that have never appeared in the history of rap in a rap song. I'm not sure, but I don't think the word pillage has ever been in a rap song. I guess I see. Them ask how you're selling it, how your site stays so relevant, because we in your tip to pillage for the hell of it. First to eat clap must premiere of slap. First to eat clap must premiere of slap. First to eat clap must premiere of slap. Hold on a sec. Hold on one sec. Hold on a sec. Okay. As we go live, this is a live update. Just got an email, live update. Finally, New York and the Silicon Valley are talking to each other. Wait. Oh. All right, as promised, I'm gonna start the channel, but I just got a message from New York. I don't know why they be. Sometimes I'll get messages in the middle of the night from my distribution company. In my middle of the night, it'll be like 11 o'clock at night, but it's in New York. So it'll be like 2 o'clock at night. I'm like, why is my distribution company emailing me in the middle of the night? It's almost like I get more of them at night. But anywho, I'm promising that the station will start. I'm getting on that. But because the ball is rolling, I think I might be able to show videos, okay? But either way, the channel's gonna go, okay? Massachusetts, Boston. Okay? That's how you know I know. Right, Ivy? That's how you know I know. Boston. That's how you know. My first time going to Boston. My first time ever stepping onto Boston. My brother went to Harvard, graduated from Harvard. My brother is really smart. He's a doctor. So the first time I went to Harvard, I was like one. I mean, to about Boston, I was like one. We lived there for like 6 months, and then we moved to Sac. So I went Memphis like a year, half, Boston 6 months, then Sac when I was 2. So I really just, but I went there when my brother graduated, right? Got off the plane, and this is, I'm really with the frequency. Okay, I'm really aware. I'm like aware of people. I feel. I'm real. Like feel. Anywho, got off the plane, got in a taxi. It might have been like my first time in a taxi. Maybe not, but it was a bad taxi. It was a bad taxi. Got off the plane, got in the taxi. Now, if you, I think, uh, uh, yep. I told the story when I first went to Denver how I threw up on the lady. Yeah, I threw up on the lady. Now, when I first went to Boston, we got off the plane. It was a bad taxi ride. Right when I got out of that taxi, I just bought something about Boston. I was throwing up everywhere, all over the Boston streets. Boston. But it ended up being all right. It was cool. Some of the folks was bad. Some of the folks was cool. That's my story about Boston. Another throw up story. Anywho, email from the people. We might be able to show videos. Like I said yesterday, we would have to unmonetize my channel, but like my videos and like my music, but I might be able to just do that because I think if we had a 24/7 place to gather, we could learn, just check in on each other at any time. I just have a vision of us just having just this, I don't know, man. We'll see. I just am really excited. I'm excited about this. It's the better. All right, what else? I got a lot of notes. And you see, I scribble a lot of notes every episode. I think about y'all all day. Oh, lubricant. I wanted to talk. It all ties into purpose. It ties into Utah. It ties into everything we've been talking about with purpose, man. In this world, once you realize we're all attached on this like blue grid of just the one, the spirit, you're going to make a decision. Everything that comes out of your mouth, you're going to decide to either be an irritant or a lubricant. I'm going to say that again. It's the you either going to be an irritant or a lubricant. Okay? Irritant or a lubricant. The same words could come out of your mouth. The same of words could come out of your mouth, but if your intention, if your P word, purpose, ain't pure, those same words come out as an irritant. And everybody was talking about they with Utah when it first happened. Everybody was talking about they. Republicans talking about the Democrats. Talking about everybody was blaming they. It's showing their fears. But what if it was just one person? Sometimes it's just one person. Sometimes it's just two. Sometimes it's not they. So the difference being an irritant and a lubricant, an irritant is about ego, me, what I think. A lubricant is about making the world a better place. It's about us. So we are going to focus on being lubricants instead of irritants. That is so, it connects to Utah, it connects to everything. It doesn't matter the words, it doesn't matter the ideas. It's all about the purpose. The irritant's purpose is of self. The irritant's purpose is look at me. Now, this is just a side note, but I'm a math teacher. Math people always want to look at me. So when I teach out of these math books, it's so like even the wording is always look how smart I am. Look at me explain. And it's always complicated. I'm trying to teach the youth out of your math book that you are just like these other people and your intentions is of ego. But if your intentions are pure, people learning, then you're gonna cater your whole the way you approach. You're gonna cater for that purpose. It always comes down to purpose. Utah, dude, I don't know what your ideas are because your purpose wasn't pure. Your purpose was tainted with all the filth. Your your purpose was tainted with filth. So your ideas don't even matter. I could if my purpose is pure, that I focus on purpose. With the pure purpose, Utah dude, I could take your same ideas, the good ones, and bring them on the Fahrenheit hour, and they can make the world a better place. But you can't taint it. You can't disease your idea with irritant, with self-ego, with wrong purpose. Your ideas are nullified. That's what Utah is. And it's not always they. It's not the military always. It's the government. Sometimes it's one person. And it comes down to purpose. It comes down to purpose, Nicki Minaj. You asking why these people are going crazy at the NBA Youngboy concert? Because it's purpose. People crying. I seen people crying over Mac Dre. It's because of purpose. It's the Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit. I'm headed to the chat. Hit me in the chat. Yes. Salute you, Frank. We back. Conqueror. We back. Mathematicars. Purpose. Frank, we were talking about how everything revolves around purpose, man. Ideas, everything revolves around purpose. That's why the most successful businesses are the ones that are problem solvers with the purpose of solving a problem. You could see it, you could feel it in their commercials. You could feel it in religions. You could feel it when people's purpose are pure. Like you could feel it. If you could just knock out all these distractions that the world is getting paid to distract you. Oh my goodness, so much money in distraction now. There's so much money in distraction. Distraction. What we call the place. Oh my goodness, so much money. And we got to block out this distraction as long as our purpose is pure. And you could feel it when their purpose is pure. You could feel it right away. You could feel it. And that's what makes the world a better place. It's the Fahrenheit hour, Fahrenheit hour, Fahrenheit hour. I'm headed to the chat. I'm headed to the chat. Bash. Bastard. I've been all over. The first thing I do is try to pick up the lingo of the locals, yo. I do feel energy, man. I do. I'm going to tell you guys a story. I'm not going to tell you numbers, but one year, Sacramento Kings hadn't been in the playoffs for 15 years, and I just had a vision that they're going to win the Pacific Division. The odds, I'm not even going to say, but I'll just say at its peak, the odds were 500 to 1. So every week, I just was going on this. This is like 4 years ago. Every week, I just put a little money on this bet. The Kings were 0-4. But I just had this vision that they're going to win the Pacific. So I just kept putting a little money. And it's just because of that vision. And it wasn't even about money. It was about, like I told you, sometimes I have these visions and I tell people and it's like, So then I was like, okay, I got to tell people I have these visions. So I started telling people. But then I was like, okay, this was a clear vision of the Kings somehow winning the Pacific Division. This time I'm going to prove it, put money on it. I was doing it every week and I won. Boom. I don't even want to get into that. But it was a massive, massive, massive thing. And it all came from a vision. Oh, that reminds me of something else. I had so much to talk about today. Distraction. I put out this Bloods and Crips album. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, LA, they had the Bloods and Crips out. So I wanted to do a Sacramento version of that. There was a lot of gang banging, a lot of, especially the Asian gangs at the time. So I wanted to put out an album, but I wanted to have an undertone of people coming together, right? So I put out the Sacktown Bloods and Crips album, but then it was time to promote it. I decided to go with a rally, a peace rally right in the hood. This is just an idea that came from nowhere. Well, just the frequency. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I had this idea. I don't do that. The ideas come from the frequency. This idea to have this rally. So I had a peace rally, okay? And it was just going to be a couple local gang leaders from a few, like maybe 4 or 5 sets. I'm talking about just having the press, a few gang leaders, Oak Park, Valley High, you know what I'm saying? The Garden Block. I just had a few, not gang, not current gang, just OGs with a cool message. You feel me? OGs with a cool message. Had the rally. There were more politicians, police, SWAT surrounding everything that even people I had at the rally. There were politicians, media, police. It was packed, but it was packed. Police cars driving by. I mean, cars coming out of nowhere, driving by, packed with cops. Some of them dressed like it seemed like SWAT, TV, politicians. I'm like, what is going on? And it was only like maybe 20. Because it was only supposed to be gang leaders talking to the press. So it was only like 20 gang leaders. It was only like, maybe not even 20. But it was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cops and media. And it was on TV. They ended up doing it in the newspaper, and this newspaper. And it was just like, after all of the hype, after all the newspaper and the police and the TV is on 2 TV channels, I just sat and thought, this idea controlled this much. It was just an idea, and it controlled the media. That's when I realized that the media is to be controlled. It's hard to explain, but I just had this epiphany that this was just an idea. It was like, that's when I became the Joker. Schlumpulicious was born, because it was like, I want to do things. I want to do things. I want to do things in the media. With a pure intention, but I want to do crazy things. So that's when Schlumpulicious was born, and I started just getting in the media. And that's when I learned that we can control the media. And then now it's just like I'm realizing how powerful the media is to dumb people, man. The media tells them everything to think and what to do and how they feel. Just the media controls everything. I was reading this article about how, like, when TV first came out, like soap operas, and how women just used to just love these soap operas and the commercials, because they love the commercials more because it told them how to live. It told them what products to buy. And it made me realize, women, they're just deers out here just living their life. Dudes just out here living. They don't even know. They just are waiting to be told. And I'm telling you, with the power, especially with the mighty juggernaut. Wait, that wasn't the word I used to use. What was the word I used to use for Sacrap TV? SacramentoRap.com. Behemoth. The behemoth that is SacramentoRap.com. We control the media, but it's also, so the message, the whole point is, the point of me telling the Bloods and Crips story is, one, we control thank you, Frank. One, we control the media. But two, don't trust the media like that because crazy people like me can get in. If someone as small as Michael the DE could do all this, it was a sight. But even like I told you with the Wheel of Fortune thing, man, that was in New York Post, The Sun, Fox News, all of them. And it just be ideas. So just one, recognize that we can control the media. Through me, you are me, I am you. So if anything I can do, you can do. No, we control the media, but know that crazy people like me can slip in and control the media too. It's the fair. I've been waiting all day for this. Let's see if I have any more notes. Stomping on others, man. Oh, okay, yeah, my dad's book. I want y'all to. Oh, I put that in the chat. All right, let me read the chat. Let me read the chat. Quincy in the building. The chat is the best part of the show, yo. That's why I gotta be live. The chat is the best part of the show. Good, man. Thank you, man. Y'all, man. I'm telling you, take a special kind of person to be in on this, man. Thank you, man. It'd be a schlag. Y'all special, man. Take a special person to be interested in this, man. Man, thank you, man. It's the frequency to conquer. On that note, man, remember, it's the frequency. The point of today's show, Utah, everything that's going on, ideas are important. But you can have the same idea as an irritant, as a lubricant. You could have the same idea, but with the wrong purpose. Your idea is tainted. But with the right purpose, you NBA young boy performing in front of thousands of fans, or with the right purpose, you Matt Dre having women cry at your shows. Okay? It's a big difference, and it all comes down business, religion, friendships, everything that comes out of your mouth as a leader. The bull. If you copying everybody else, what is your purpose in the booth? Everything is about purpose. Everything is about purpose. School shooting at the same time, man. Getting just too used to all that. You're right, man. We're too used to all that. Funk Mob bumping DE southbound back in 1999. Here we are, man. Here we are. I know in my heart, if I would have dumbed down my music, Funk Mob wouldn't have been in this since 1999 like that. Okay? Say it with me, y'all. All praise due to the Fahrenheit Schlag. It is the schlangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit schlangs. It is the schlangs that brings us purpose. Meet me back tomorrow. Now, I'm not sure, but we might have a surprise tomorrow. Okay, pulling some strings. Meet me back tomorrow. Dano. Same Fahrenheit station. Same Fahrenheit. Peace, brothers.